excitement, the emotion, the passion, epic highlights,
one-handed catch,
inspirational stories, unrivaled coverage. This is Academy Sports and Outdoors H-Town High School Sports. Here's your host, Todd Freed.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Academy Sports and Outdoors H-Town High School Sports as we kick it off with the 11-0 state number 3 ranked Ridge Point Panthers facing the 5-time state champion North Shore Mustangs in round 2 of the Class 6A Division I playoffs.
Let's go, Pigs! We are it!
There's the undefeated Ridge Point Panthers. Here comes North Shore busting through the banner. First quarter, Mustangs drive it down. Hezekiah Johnson on the handoff. He extends for the touchdown, 7-0. Still in the first, Ridge Point, 4th down, they go for it. Brody Bartee goes long, and DJ Darling, spectacular catch. Touchdown, tied at 7. Later in the first, Mustangs on the move. Caleb Maryland to the end zone, and Aubrey Johnson, touchdown, 14-7 North Shore after 1. In the second quarter, more Mustangs. Johnson on the give, and he breaks out of there. In for the score, 24-7 North Shore at the half. After a scoreless third quarter, Mustangs add to the lead. Bartee back to throw, but it's intercepted by Tony Guillory. He returns it for the touchdown. North Shore wins 31-7. They will face Cy Falls in the regional semifinals. CE King Panthers facing Shadow Creek 6A Division II. CE King early on. Timothy Potts throws to Deion Sims, and then Sims kind of just busts out of there. A 360 spin and a spectacular touchdown for Deion Sims. And hey, some nice moves afterwards. Panthers back with the ball. Timothy Potts rolling right, and then looking and fires to Darnell Bradley, makes the catch, breaks a tackle, touchdown, 13-0 Panthers after 1. In the second quarter, the pass is intercepted by Kedron Edmond. He returns it 50 yards for the touchdown. It's 23-0 Panthers at half. CE King was rolling. Here's Potts to Bradley, and that's another touchdown. Then, from their own 1-yard line, the give up the gut is to Deion Sims, and how about this? He is off to the races. 99 yards for Deion Sims. It's 37-6. CE King in command. In the fourth, Potts to LeGarrette Clark, his 4th touchdown pass. That was nice. CE King wins big, 51-6, to advance in the postseason. Elsewhere in Class 6A Division I, it was a battle of undefeated 11-0 teams, with the Dickinson Gators taking on the Pearland Oilers. Dickinson entered the matchup ranked 5th in Texas, while Pearland owned a number 6 state ranking. Here come the Dickinson Gators, and there's fellow unbeaten Pearland. Second quarter, no score. Dickinson, Lorenzo Aguirre fires to Nicoyan Kitchen, and he has it down to the 2-yard line. From there, the snap to Jamarian Payne, touchdown, 7-0 Gators. Then Pearland, Jake Westmoreland scrambling. His pass is intercepted by Aiden Edison and returned to the 20-yard line. From there, Aguirre back to work. He throws to the end zone, and Caleb Peterson goes way up there. Spectacular catch. 14-0 at the half. In the third quarter, more Gators. Handoff right side. It's Jamarian Payne, and he goes 20 yards for the touchdown, and it's 21-0 Dickinson after 3. In the fourth, here comes Pearland. Jake Westmoreland to the end zone. Jordan Hernandez has it. Touchdown. It's 21-7. Oilers threatening again. Westmoreland to Karan Johnson. touchdown, cuts it to 21-14, 6 minutes to play in the game. Gators answer. Malachi Gamble on the give. Big opening. 40 yards for the touchdown, 28-14. But here's Pearland. Westmoreland back to throw, deep, and Karan Johnson in traffic makes a catch. Touchdown, 28-21, 1:50 to go. Final seconds now. Pearland has it at midfield. Westmoreland uncorks it, but it's knocked away. And Dickinson wins it 28-21. They're 12-0 and advance to the regional semifinals. That's the Lamar Texans cheerleaders. Lamar taking on Strake Jesuit, 6A Division I. First quarter, Lamar. Jaden Robbins goes long, and this is pretty. To Case Bryant, touchdown, 50 yards, 14-0 Lamar. Strake Jesuit comes back. Incredible night for this guy. Johnny Hebert up the gut, and there he goes. You're not going to catch Hebert all the way 80 yards for the touchdown. Lots more of Johnny to come. For the Texans now, here's Robbins. He drops it off to Jacarston Landor. We have a police blockade right there, but there he is. Landor, 80-yard touchdown, 21-7. Crusaders come back, and it's going to be Johnny Hebert. He busts through here. This, a 75-yard score. He rushed for an incredible 423 yards and 5 touchdowns. Wow, what a night. Later in the half, more Strake. Jack Wegleitner drops it off to Hebert, and he does the rest. He scored 7 touchdowns. Jesuit wins 50-35. They'll face Dickinson in next week's 6A Division I semifinals. Now in Class 6A Division II, the 9-time state champion Katy Tigers took on the up-and-coming Memorial Mustangs. Under first-year head coach and former Katy quarterback Brooks Hack, the Mustangs owned a 10-1 record entering Friday's showdown. Memorial Mustangs onto the field at Tully Stadium. Katy fans in full force as usual. Tiger fans like this. Early first quarter, Tremaine Hill on the carry. 38 yards for the touchdown, 7-0 Tigers. Second quarter, more Katy and more Tremaine Hill. This time, a 19-yard touchdown. He rushed for 163 yards and 3 scores. Still in the second, Tony Manuel takes it in for the touchdown. 24-0. Tigers defense was relentless. Afari Davies with the sack here. 27-0 Tigers at half. Early third quarter, Tigers add to the lead. It's Manuel on the give. He battles and gets the touchdown. Katy wins big, 48-7. Sets up a showdown against Summer Creek next Saturday in the 6A Region 2 semifinals. Willis Wildcats facing Tomball, 6A Region 2, Division 2. First quarter for Willis. Lincoln Frazier goes deep, and Jermaine Bishop with the magnificent catch for the touchdown. Loses his helmet, but he's all smiles. 7-0 Wildcats. Tomball now. Jackson Falden finds Abel Quiroz. Touchdown. Tied at 7 after 1. In the second quarter, more Cougars. Falden will throw, and Hunter Rathke, great catch for the touchdown. 14-7 Cougars. In the second quarter, here's Falden again. He'll keep. Nice move. And the touchdown. 21-10. Tomball at the half. In the third quarter, Willis comes on. Direct snap. Jermaine Bishop in for the touchdown. 21-18. More Willis now. Lincoln Frazier fires. And Jaden Lane. Touchdown. 24-21 Willis. They go for 2. Check this out. The give is to Bishop. He reverses his field, and then he'll throw the ball to Frazier, and he has it for the 2-pointer. 26-21 after 3 in the fourth. Tomball at the 2. Ian Thomas scores. 27-26 Tomball 8:30 to play. Same score 2 minutes ago. Willis at the 4. It's Bishop who gets the game-winning touchdown. And Willis rallies for the 34-27 victory. They will face Forney in next week's regional semifinals. Cy Falls facing Cinco Ranch, 6A Division I. Second half, Falls up 26-17. Cinco on fourth down. James Harris with the big sack on Davis Raub. Then for Cy Falls, quarterback Christian and DeJuba to pass to Murray Charles. Touchdown! 33-17, Falls. Cinco Ranch trying to rally. They drive it down. Davis Raub to Max Williams for the touchdown. It's 33-23. They need a two-pointer to stay in it. The crazy formation. Daniel Scarabino gets in there. 33-25, 5 minutes ago. But Cy Falls answers. Big game from Deron Simpson. Here he takes the handoff up the middle, breaks a tackle, and touchdown. 39-25. Cinco Ranch next possession. The screen pass is tipped by Harris and intercepted by Albert Allen. And that seals it. Cy Falls tacked on another touchdown. 46-25 the final. They'll face North Shore in the regional semifinals. Up ahead, more football with a special report on Randall Lions sensation Landon Williams-Callis. Plus, a fantastic flashback with Landon's cousin, the one and only Jaquiz Rogers. And it's off to Crawford to meet our Coach of the Week.
The holidays were made for gathering around the table.
What is that?
Hi, we're the Andersons. We switched to Rhythm Energy's Power Shift plan to get the lowest daytime energy rate in Texas. The savings?
An absolute shift load.
Pete, our daughter should hear about this shift. There's up to 20 hours a day when electricity is super cheap.
So we shifted when we run the dishwasher, do the laundry, blast the AC, and when we saw the savings, holy S-H-I...
She's 8, Pete. She can spell. Switch to Rhythm Energy's Power Shift plan to get the lowest daytime energy rate in Texas. Go to rhythmenergy.com/shift to start saving.
And shift yourself.
The holidays were made for gathering around the table.
What is that?
At Lamar Consolidated, running back Jaquiz Rogers is well on his way to a record-shattering career. The Mustangs junior has already surpassed the 5,000-yard career rushing mark. His 85 career touchdowns has also earned him a well-deserved nickname.
It's Mr. Touchdown is the nickname that we say in the office, but he doesn't know that too often. But it's just something that came around because it seems like every time we get down there, he scores touchdowns. I mean, it doesn't matter if we're on the 1 or we're on the 20, he finds a way to get into the end zone.
I just try to work hard, and every time I get the ball, I just try to score and just put it in the end zone.
Incredible player, Lamar Consolidated legend, Jaquiz Rogers, as we celebrate 25 years of our high school sports TV coverage. Hey, keeping it all in the family and from the same school district these days, it's Jaquiz's younger cousin, Landon Williams-Callis, who's on track to his own legendary status for the Richmond Randall Lions. This was Landon Williams-Callis back as a freshman in 2023, scoring the go-ahead touchdown versus Marshall in the Lions' first ever playoff victory. Flash forward 2 seasons, and here's Landon breaking free on his 106th career rushing touchdown for the defending state champion Lions. Still only a junior, Williams-Callis has been a foundation for the Randall Lions football program.
It feels good. I was always that youngin' to come here and say I was gonna put Randall on the map, and I did. That was one of my accomplishments, to put Randall on the map and win state.
But even before his arrival to Richmond Randall, those in the know here in the Richmond-Rosenberg area knew all about Landon Williams-Callis. Lions head coach Brian Randall saw for himself when Landon was playing at Navarro Middle School.
I had heard all the folktales. I got a phone call from my buddy from Galveston telling me about this kid that walks on water. So I was like, you know what, let me grab my staff and let's go check him out. And we did, and this little guy comes around the corner with calf muscles like this, you know. So you look at that and you're like, well, I guess this kid might really have something.
This season alone, Landon has rushed for 2,400 yards and 40 touchdowns. He averages over 11 yards per carry.
What makes him so special on the gridiron?
Vision. I think his vision, his balance, strong. Really, really strong kid. He's one of those kids that can sit inside the weight room, not lift a weight, and put on 5 pounds of muscle. It's what people don't realize is the amount of carries he's done it on. Some of these other guys, they've had 1,500 carries, 1,000 plus carries. Landon's only had, 600 carries maybe? And that was by design.
With over 6,400 career rushing yards and still more than one season to go, Landon is on pace to break the remarkable rushing totals of his cousin, Jaquiz Rogers, the legendary Lamar Consolidated running back who rushed for over 8,300 yards in his illustrious career, the second most in Greater Houston history. Landon was all smiles as I showed him highlights of his older cousin back in 2006.
You look at the video there, do you see similarities in the running styles?
Yeah, a little bit, like him breaking off the tackles and stuff. Like I break off the tackles too, and then like how he juke, I kind of be juking like that, but like I think I juke better. So
that's the thing. Landon's got great genetics. He comes from a great family. To have a role model like Jaquiz is huge. He goes over there and he works out with him in the park and stuff. And I mean, truth be told, I tried to hire him here, but he wouldn't. I couldn't get him to come over.
A recently designated 5-star recruit, Landon has 62 collegiate offers, the most of any player in the state.
I don't let it get to my head. I stay humble, just go with what God has planned for me.
And it's that type of faith that's kept Landon especially well-grounded and level-headed.
I always say faith because of God, you know. I have faith in God. Family always told me to believe in God and give God the glory.
He's an old soul. He doesn't say much, you know, and that's a good thing because he doesn't do a whole lot of talking. He just kind of leads by example. As a coach, you would want him to do a little more talking, but if I'm going to go out there and I'm going to play football and I'm going to play hard and I'm going to lead by example and I'm going to pass all my classes in the building, well, it's not much more you can ask for.
All you could ask for and then some. Randall Lion, Landon Williams Callis.
And we are here on campus at Randall High, along with the Crusaders, along with the Chargers, with the SBC champion Knights, with the state champions. I'm joined by several of the local bankers from Stellar Bank.
Congratulations on your district championship.
Congratulations on making the state tournament.
This week's Stellar Bank's Team of the Week.
The Stellar Bank Team of the Week.
Present to you the Stellar Bank Team of the Week.
Team up with Stellar Bank. We're on a mission to help you and our community thrive.
You'd be better off using a push broom with the energy prices these days.
Always switch to Rhythm Energy's Power Shift plan. Just shift when you blast your AC, use your laundry, or even this leaf blower. When electricity's super cheap, pile up the savings.
No shift.
Yes, shift. Rhythm has the lowest daytime energy rate in Texas. Up to 20 hours a day, man.
I think I might shift myself.
Switch to Rhythm Energy's Power Shift plan to get the lowest daytime energy rate in Texas. Go to rhythmenergy.com/shift to start saving.
Welcome back to Academy Sports and Outdoors, H-Town High School Sports. I'm Todd Freed. In the Class 4A Division I playoffs, the 10-1 Crawford Chargers advanced to the area round in just its second season of varsity play. Building that program from the ground up has been head coach David Jackson, our Academy Sports and Outdoors Coach of the Week. Coach, what have you tried to instill in this program now year 2 of varsity play?
Yeah, I mean, that just goes back to our core value. Our first one is family, so we try to cultivate this family experience where these guys feel loved, feel supported, but also being held accountable. After that is effort, toughness, and discipline.
Last year, you guys were 5-6. Not too bad, but now 10-1. What's been the big difference this season?
Experience. You know, I think we're still doing some of the same things we did last year. It's just our kids understand, you know, what we're asking from them. Our coaches have gelled together. They got a little taste of it last year in the playoffs, and they're hungry for more. And so it's just being us, growing. This program is going in the right direction, and that's a tribute to having great coaches, great support from the community, and great kids.
Left, back pistol, come on.
On the field itself, what is it do you think that's made this team so successful?
Continuing to get better every week. You know, I said about week 7, I was like, this is fun because we're getting better. Individual players are getting better, and then the team is getting better as we go on. And you want to be peaking at this time of year.
So you played football, Fort Bend, Austin, then coached at Dulles, and now here at Crawford. Obviously, you're a Fort Bend ISD guy.
Man, I love it. You know, it's just I'm from Fort Bend ISD. My wife's a Fort Bend graduate. For most of my life, I've lived in Fort Bend, and so just to be able to have a school here in our home and represent our community, it means the world to me. It's a dream come true.
The holidays were made for gathering around the table.
What is that?
When you run a business, you face opportunities and encounter challenges. Some can be quite daunting. That's why it's important to have a dependable partner that can quickly provide smart, tailored solutions to help meet any need that arises. To keep your business headed in the right direction. Stellar Bank, helping our neighbors thrive.
The holidays were made for gathering around the table.
What is that?
Welcome back to Academy Sports and Outdoors, H-Town High School Sports. I'm Todd Freed. On another big week of the football playoffs, we're of course feeling the rhythm as in our Rhythm Energy electrifying plays of the week. Ridgepoint quarterback Brody Bartee against North Shore goes deep, and DJ Darling, spectacular touchdown. Same game for North Shore. Hezekiah Johnson on the handoff, somehow bust out of there, and he's in for the score, and the Mustangs win. C.E. King versus Shadow Creek. Timothy Potts throws to Deion Sims, and Sims busts out of there, spins, stays on his feet, and the spectacular touchdown. Same game, more Deion Sims. Up the gut, and how about this? He breaks it 99 yards for the touchdown, and the big Panthers win. For the Dickinson Gators against Pearland, Mark Aguirre to the end zone, and Caleb Peterson way up there. What a catch for the touchdown. Same game for Pearland. Quarterback Jake Westmoreland to the end zone, and Karan Johnson in traffic. What a grab, but Dickinson won the game. Lamar Texans, Jaden Robbins scrambles right, goes long to Case Bryant. This is pretty for the touchdown. From the same game for Strake Jesuit, Johnny Hebert up the gut, an 80-yard touchdown. He rushed for an amazing 423 yards and scored 7 touchdowns, and the Crusaders win. Willis Wildcats, Lincoln Frazier deep to Jermaine Bishop, and what a catch. Loses his helmet as well. Same game, 2-point conversion attempt. Jermaine Bishop reverses his field, and then would you believe, he throws the ball to Lincoln Frazier, and they get the 2-pointer, and they got the win. Your Rhythm Energy electrifying plays of the week. All right, great rhythm, and of course, electrifying at that. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Todd Freed. We'll see you next time on Academy Sports and Outdoors, H-Town High School Sports.
The holidays were made for gathering around the table.
What is that?
Hi, we're the Andersons. We switched to Rhythm Energy's Power Shift plan to get the lowest daytime energy rate in Texas. The savings?
An absolute shift load.
Pete, our daughter should hear about this shift. There's up to 20 hours a day when electricity is super cheap.
So we shifted when we run the dishwasher, do the laundry, blast the AC, and when we saw the savings, holy S-H-I...
She's 8, Pete. She can spell. Switch to Rhythm Energy's Power Shift plan to get the lowest daytime energy rate in Texas. Go to rhythmenergy.com/shift to start saving.
And shift yourself.
The holidays were made for gathering around the table.
What is